Nini everyone, welcome back to another Witchy Words with Zabora. I'm your host, Zabora. So today's witchy word is Pagan Reconstructionism. Now, you can replace the word pagan with whatever pre-Christian cult you want to insert here. So for me it would be Kemetic Reconstructionism, Egyptian Reconstructionism, but maybe you like drolling and you want to check out the Irish faith pre-Christian era. Or you're like my girl Loki's witch and she's really into Norse paganism. But I think she's actually Wiccan. Not sure. Anyway, Reconstructionism is basically the idea that you are reconstructing the ancient pagan practices. So my ritual that I perform would be sort of similar to the rites practice in Karnak, because that's where I draw my opening ritual from. It's the morning ritual. Actually, I think of Amun Ra. Anyway, what I perform is somewhat similar to that. It's very broken down from that, because Richard Reedy actually, he has the full ritual in his book, and oh my god, is my ritual so much more broken down. That's why I say, like, I am kind of a Reconstructionist, but I'm more into doing a modern version. I'm updating it. So I don't feel like I have to sprinkle sand about my home 4 fucking times when I've got 4 sacks of natron in the 4 corners. So, you know, it's updated for my convenience because this is my practice. I'm ultimately the one who's doing it. So, yes, I am Reconstructionist, but I'm more of a reformist. So, yeah. If you were, like, drolling, you would study the ancient Irish cultures, okay? And figure out what they did. And reconstruct it, build it how you interpreted the archaeological evidence that's left behind. And that's really the only thing you can do, is go to the source material of archaeology. Now, I'll give you a good example here of reformity. Here we have Faulkner's Book of the Dead. I'm turned to page 32. The 42 negative confessions here. Now, this one of these negative confessions was written. It was first translated by Budge. Okay, Budge was the very first one to find the Papyrus of Ani and translate it. One of the 42 negative confessions, because he's a biased Christian, actually read that you have not committed homosexual acts, because when he translated the word boy and sexual misconduct, he's just like, oh, obviously you can't be gay. The Egyptians didn't like gays. Brilliant man, brilliant archaeologist, but this was 100 years ago, and he had his own bias. So it's, you know, good that we can go back and look at archaeological evidence and update it and stuff like that, because our interpretations and our understanding of people can change. So, one of these, this translation is in Faulkner's book. O you whose face is behind him, who came forth from the cavern of wrong, I have neither misconducted myself nor copulated with a boy. Now, because the word copulation is kind of emphasized here, we understand that this is and a misconduct. It's sexual misconduct. So maybe it's you haven't molested a child, especially a young boy, because you're pretty much an adult once you hit puberty in ancient Egypt. You'd be lucky to hit 30. So at 15, 12, you're an adult. So that is my understanding of that translation. It was influenced by Budge, but the actual translation is, you have not molested a child. That's how I feel about that. So that is the updated version of what the archaeological evidence says that fits my Reconstructionism. Now, there are those who reconstruct Greek rituals, and I believe those are Hellenistic pagans. There are those who reconstruct Welsh paganism. I believe those are the Wiccans. I'm teasing, I'm sorry. So yeah, Reconstructionism exists in every culture, even monotheism, okay? The Abrahamic faiths, they stem from a polytheistic religion, the Canaanite religion. And over time, their deity El, whose brother was Baal, merged with Yahweh, or Yahweh, or however the fuck you say those four letters, and the resulting mythos trickled down into Jesus, okay? And they were also influenced by Egypt, but, Egypt had that nasty habit of doing that. They just spread their religion wherever they touched it. Like I said before, ISIS made it all the way to France. So it's kind of cool that the way religion travels and stuff, and how people like Christian monks even helped contribute to our understanding of ancient pagan religions. But it's also good, that we are able to pull back in a modern context and be like, hey, this seems really biased. Let me go look and see what the evidence says, and, we can update this because... alright, like Ostara. You guys know the story of Ostara. She's a goddess and blah blah blah, but she may not have actually been a goddess. It may have just been Boyd, the Christian monk, mistranslating something for Easter or something, or his assertion that this was a real goddess. And it has influenced the way that we have reconstructed modern paganism. So, it's kind of cool to see that, but at the same time, we know today that it's horseshit, that it's something he made up, which is, cool, fine. I don't know how to tell you this, but every religion's made up. So the whole hope with Reconstructionism is that you can at least try to mash together something that may have looked like something the ancestors did, or an ancient pagan culture did, or something along those lines. With Egyptian Reconstructionism, it's never going to be complete just because we don't have that much left. As much as they wrote down, it's gone. Papyruses have ripped up and turned to dust. The black market, private collections, we just don't have the stuff that they had. So our knowledge of them will never be complete. All we can do is hope to practice in a way that would be acceptable in ancient times, or would have resembled something that happened in ancient times. So, sorry for the long ramble. That's it for tonight, guys. Sanapte.